Hey guys, this is Shannon with Nearly Organic Noshing, and I am going to make a meal that I actually saw on Kimmy from She's in Her Apron, one of her daily vlogs that she did. Her husband Derick was making these stuffed mushroom caps, but he was just taking the mushrooms, cream cheese, a piece of beef, and then sprinkling a little bit of cheese over the top. I think he was doing mozzarella or something like that over the top. And I thought that looks really good, but I think I want to expound upon it just a little bit. So I looked in my fridge and I have a bunch of different cheeses in there. The one that I really wish I had was some crumbled blue cheese. And I have others other than this, but these are just the ones I pulled out that look like they would be a great combo. I have some chive and onion cream cheese, which I'm going to do the chive and onion in some of them and plain cream cheese in others. And then I have some feta here. I have some shredded parm and some of this 4-cheese Mexican. I also have mozzarella and cheddar and a couple of other shredded cheeses. So I'm going to start putting things together and see how they go. The other thing that I'm going to do is on some of these, I'm going to add in some sun-dried tomatoes chopped up and spinach. I think I'm going to combine the spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, along with the feta and a little bit of plain cream cheese. And then the others, I'm going to do the herb cream cheese with some creamy Asiago and keep those plain without the tomatoes and the spinach added in, just to kind of try it different ways. And then I may even make just a few of them plain. Just plain cream cheese with shredded cheese on top and the meat. But I'm just going to make an assortment of them, and I'll show you the cheese combinations I come up with and how I stuff them and how they turn out, and then we'll see who likes what the best. Okay, so the more I thought about it, I went with less is more. So instead of combining too many different flavors, what I have here is spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, cream cheese, and that's it. That's all I have in this bowl. And then I have a little bit of meat here sliced up, and I seasoned it with pepper and then some of this garlic salt, which has garlic salt, roasted sea salt, roasted garlic, onion, and parsley. So that is what I have the meat seasoned with, and I am going to layer the meat and the mixture and then top it with some feta. And that's how I'm going to top those. I'll go ahead and put those together and show you what they look like. Okay guys, this is row 1, and I forgot to mention I also went out and picked some fresh basil off my front porch and chopped it up and added it in with the spinach and tomatoes. So I'm going to do them in rows. So this is spinach, sun-dried tomatoes, fresh basil, cream cheese, feta on top with the seasoned meat in between the layers. Okay, the second row is herbed cream cheese with the seasoned steak topped with shredded Parmesan and a little bit of parsley. Okay, this next line is one that I hadn't even mentioned. When I started looking at my cheese combos and what I had, I pulled out some of my homemade taco seasoning and sprinkled some of the meat with a little bit of homemade taco seasoning. And I just had like a spoonful of that herb cheese left over. And I took that and mixed with a little bit of plain cream cheese and garlic powder and stuffed the mushrooms with that with the taco seasoned meat. Topped it with a little bit more of the cream cheese mixture, then the 5 blend Mexican cheese that I had with some fresh cilantro sprinkled over the top. Okay guys, and this row right here is regular cream cheese with just that grinder seasoning on the meat. And then I put some Parmesan cheese on top, and then I used some of this Perfect Pinch Salad Supreme topping. I love this stuff. It is so good. If you take bread, like French bread, and put a layer of cream cheese and then sprinkle it on top, that makes a perfect side to soup or something like that. And then right over here, this mess right here is all of the stems that I chopped up and mixed just some butter with the stems and just whatever little bit of cream cheese that was left over in the bowl. I seasoned the meat, same with the grinder. And then I sprinkled in a little bit of this Gourmet Collection garlic bread spice blend. It's just a basic garlic bread seasoning. And then I topped it with sharp cheddar cheese. And then this right here is Jaden's piece of meat. He does not like mushrooms, so I know he will not have any of these. And I know Chris and I'll be having these for lunch tomorrow. So he is going to have just a plain piece of meat, which will cook up while everything else is cooking. And I'm going to pop this in the oven and get the rest of the dinner cooked up. Okay guys, this is what they look like all out of the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and get them dished up with the rest of dinner. Guys, this is what they look like all dished up. And I paired it with some garlic and carrot and pepper quinoa and a Caesar salad, a big Caesar salad. So the equivalent of the amount of steak in all of these is honestly probably about half this size. This piece of steak right here is just a little tiny, probably maybe my thumbnail size piece of meat in each one. So this is Jaden's plate because he doesn't like mushrooms, so he just has meat, and I gave him apples with his, with quinoa and salad. But this is mine, and we are going to dig in and have dinner. Okay guys, after trying them, this one right here was Chris's favorite. It's the one that was stuffed with the Asiago and topped with the Salad Supreme seasoning. And that one is really, really good. But I think my favorite was this one, which was the feta with spinach and sun-dried tomatoes and basil. This one with cilantro was really good. The cheddar ones were okay. I think I put a little too much garlic, but this is my favorite, and that one is Chris's.